to talk about that quite a bit, probably more than any other section. It's got some information in there that I want to make sure you saw. There's a certificate of incorporation, the original certificate of incorporation on page 50. There's the resolution that the council adopted to create KEDC on page 51 and 53. There are articles of incorporation, the bylaws, and the agreement with the city contained in that document on page 77 through 81. But there's some other things in that document that I hope you'll take the time to look at, and I'll explain them to you just briefly. If you look at the table of contents, which is the second page of section 5, what we attempt to lay out here is all the processes that we go through with KEDC. And there is a clear division between what the members do and what the staff does. There are 9 members, as I mentioned to you. Staff does not vote. It's those 9 members who vote on a project and the terms and conditions under which KEDC will participate in the project. Our job is to set up the meetings, organize the agenda, provide the financials, and make recommendations to the members. Oftentimes they don't take our recommendations, but that's the way that it should be. And that's kind of the roles that we play. I've given you some information on the budget and reports, financials, on investments. All KEDC investments are made with the city. We don't have any outside investments. Got to have an investment policy. If you look at prospect handling, I know there are probably some questions about that. We lay out very carefully in here the importance of confidentiality in this process, because some of these projects are confidential. We lay out how we prepare a proposal to a company. One of the things that you have to fight against in this business is making bad deals just to make a deal, because the competition often will cause communities to do things beyond the point of diminishing returns. And you can get tangled up in a project, let your emotions go away or get away from you, and make a deal that will never repay the incentives you put into the project. So there has to be some discipline installed in that process, and our members are very good at that. We talk about incentive development, the kinds of incentives that we entertain, not only at the local level but at the state level, because the state now provides some incentives. We talk about the role of an economic impact analysis, and I provided you with the data sheets. Every project that requires a meaningful investment from KEDC that will result in a performance agreement is evaluated only after an economic impact analysis is conducted and performed, so that the members can look at the rate of return and how long it's going to take to get those incentives back. In the case of the city, who provides funding for KEDC, we need to know that the city is going to receive that funding back at some point in time, because there are revenue streams that are created by projects, and ad valorem taxes, sales taxes, those kinds of things. There are also costs to doing a project. Typically, our KEDC members want to do a project that has a rate of return of 5 years or less. They want to get their money back in 5 years or less. Now, it doesn't always work out that way, but that's kind of the goal that we strive for. It's required that someone who comes to us for incentives fill out the data sheets. The data sheets are in here. Staff then takes those data sheets and converts it into an economic impact analysis that we provide as part of the package. There's information in there about site visits and how we conduct those. Things go well, we provide an offer letter to the company that states generally the terms and conditions and what we will do and what we expect them to do. If they agree with the offer letter, we convert that to what we call a performance agreement. And I've given you a sample performance agreement on page 40 of the document.